Welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Trudy, and today is the day where I'm writing down my 2025 goals. And if you haven't done that yet, that's okay. We can sit down and do them together. Now, it took me a while to actually sit down and put them onto paper because I really wanted to be intentional this year about my goals. Now, last year I used the SMART method specifically for my content creation. So I wanted to apply the SMART method to my personal goals. I've never done this before, but it worked out pretty good for me last year. I'm sitting down and creating SMART goals every single quarter for my content, and I wanted to do the same for myself personally. I've been a mom for 4 years, and I've really gotten down our systems, our schedules, our routines. And this year, I want to really focus on myself personally, just improving upon myself. So I want to create those goals and I want to do them with you because goals are kind of taboo sometimes. Sometimes we don't have the greatest relationship with goals. And I know that was me. And this might just be my breakthrough moment of how I can create goals and still be accountable, still enjoy making goals for myself and creating them in a way where I can see the end goal and I can achieve them. It doesn't seem so far out of reach. I feel that I'm closer to my goals and I'm happy with sitting down and creating them or tweaking them. And I don't necessarily feel like a failure at the end of it if I don't achieve these goals. So let's get right into it. Gonna need a notebook or a notepad, maybe your iPad, and a calendar. Now, as I said, I like to create SMART goals and I like to do them quarterly, either Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, or even going into 2026. So I have a couple of areas that I want to focus on for the goals that I'm creating this year. I want to focus on my health and wellness, organization, having a mom glow up, my relationship with God, and my general relationships in my life. So let's focus on, or let's write down together using the SMART method, my health and wellness goal. Now, again, another reason why it took me so long, we're in February, to sit down and write down my goals is because I wanted to be intentional and really ask myself what is a top priority for me in my life where I am right now, currently in my life. And health and wellness is that top priority for me. And it's not just about like physically getting in shape. Like, I want to feel strong and I want my body to be toned, and I really want to get rid of extra fat that I'm carrying, the extra weight that I'm carrying, and I want to be healthy. I want my heart to be healthy, and I want to be able to basically have that same health as I get older and really incorporate fitness and wellness into my lifestyle. I've always asked myself, why can't I just get going to the gym? Like, why is it that I have such a hard time going to the gym or working out regularly? And I think once I asked myself that question, I knew that I wanted it to be a goal and I wanted to crack the code on how I can get this done, incorporate fitness into my lifestyle. So let's write this goal down. Your goal doesn't have to be fitness and wellness, but I think the structure of it and the stages of writing down this goal are important, and we should be able to apply this same strategy of writing down a goal, just that you have to ask yourself the right questions. I think you really have to be honest and hold yourself accountable and look at the resources that you have and how you can achieve this goal for you. Okay, so I have my pen and paper, I have my calendar. Let's write down my first goal. So for SMART, SMART is an acronym for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. I'm literally writing down this goal. So we're gonna do this together. So specific is that to work out twice a week, and measurable. So measurable, you have to think about how are you gonna like measure progress? And for me, that is reducing my body fat and toning my body. That's how I'm pretty much gonna measure it, is that I have less body fat and my body is more toned. So I want to work out twice a week to reduce my body fat and to tone. Or I can also say to reduce my body fat and to gain muscle. And I think what could also be very helpful is if you actually write down SMART if you put each sentence next to each letter in the word SMART. Okay, so specific was that I want to work out twice a week to reduce my body fat and to gain muscle. So achievable. So the way that I think about achievable, the A in SMART, is like your reality check, how you're going to get this done. So is working out twice a week something that I can realistically do within 7 days? Yes. And this is asking yourself these questions. Is it something that you can realistically do within your current lifestyle? As long as I'm not sick, I can get it done twice a week. How am I going to get it done? Well, I can get it done after school drop off, so first thing in the morning, or I can get it done in the evenings if I'm not cooking dinner or if it's like a random takeout night. So that's how I'm going to get it done. That's the achievable part. And see how I have to ask myself questions. I think it's also really important to be honest with yourself and not say, like, realistically, I would love to work out 5 days a week. Is it actually achievable for me to do that? No, I would probably end up doing it once a week. If I set my goal to do it five days a week, I will probably only get one day a week in. So I'm really trying to, again, sit down and ask myself the right questions and being realistic with myself. I know that sometimes we really want to be dreamers and we really want to be go-getters and just like go for it. But please remember that life happens. Please remember that life happens. And I'm trying to apply that to when I'm setting realistic goals for this next year. So just keep that in mind. So I'm going to put that twice a week and how I'm going to get it done after school drop off or in the evenings when I'm not cooking dinner. That's the accountability. Like, you know when you're supposed to do this, either after school drop off or the nights when you're not cooking dinner. That's part of the accountability. Why? And my resources. Let's utilize those resources and let's figure out a way that we can get it done consistently and realistically. Okay, so time. So I want to be able to achieve this goal and consistently work out twice a week. We're in February, so I want to give myself until June to consistently work out twice a week as long as I'm not sick. And that's like, as long as I'm not sick, I mean like coughing and I can't work out. So as long as I'm not sick, I want to be able to achieve this goal by the end of June. So I'm going to say to maintain a consistent routine by June 2025. That's what I have. I will put the goal up here on the screen. Again, using the SMART method. This doesn't have to be your goal, but I really like how I can be specific about this goal and keeping myself accountable and asking myself, how are we actually going to get this done? So the goal is to work out twice a week to reduce my body fat and to gain muscle. I will work out either after school drop off or the nights when I'm not cooking dinner to maintain a consistent routine by the end of June 2025. That's my first goal. I think it sounds pretty good, and so far for the month of January and February, I missed probably about a week because I was sick. And other than that, I've been getting in my twice a week workouts. So thumbs up to that. And I'm hoping that I can keep it up. I think it's a pretty realistic goal for myself. And I really want to do this to incorporate fitness into my lifestyle for the rest of my life. Hopefully starting with this small goal. Okay, so another one of my goals is to have this mom glow up. So let me explain. I've been a mom for 4 years and I really focused on regulation, patience, reading parenting books, really focusing on becoming a good parent and a good mom. And a part of that for me was regulating my emotions, understanding the development of my child, all of those things. So that takes time away from me because I want to pour into my child and I want to pour into my family. And I also really focused on my self-care, really carving out specific times. They might have been small, but specific times within my day to spend time with myself and pour back into myself. Now, this mom glow up. I want to focus on my presentation to the world. there are moments that I've noticed where I just let myself go. And to be quite honest, as I get older, I want to have a routine, and every weekly, a kind of like weekly routine or maintenance routine that I can consistently keep up with, and that's like attainable for me to do, and things that I like to do, like nothing over the top. Again, just keeping it true to myself and my lifestyle and what makes sense for me and my lifestyle. So let's write that goal for this mom glow up, again using the SMART method. So specific, I kind of already started to write it down. For specific, I want to have a weekly maintenance routine for myself. So for measurable, I want to schedule 1 day a week, 1 to 2 hours for personal maintenance. Now you can be even more specific about what you want to do, but I think I want to leave it pretty broad because every week I probably want to have a different form of maintenance depending on what I need. Now for relevant or achievable, that's me asking myself, and again doing the reality check, is once a week, 1 to 2 hours, is that reasonable for me, and can I consistently maintain that? And I asked myself this question, and I do believe that I can. It's giving myself 1 to 2 hours, either if it's on a Sunday or a Saturday or sometime during the week. So I think like the 1 to 2 hours is reasonable. There might be other months where maybe it's a hair appointment, so there might be some give and take there. But to be like a realistic goal, I think 1 day a week and giving myself 1 to 2 hours within that day for some personal maintenance is pretty realistic. And that's my reality check. So I think we're good there. For relevant, so the reason why it's relevant to me and my lifestyle is because, to be quite honest, and again, I think honesty is really important here, is because I want to feel good. I want to feel good about my physical appearance, and I want to make sure that I'm able to upkeep myself, if it's in good times or in bad times. Some type of upkeep to me is important, especially again, like being a mom, it's important to me. And just as I get older, I want to be able to have that kind of a basic level of upkeep that I know that I can maintain. Okay, so now let's go to time. So for this specific goal, and it's something that I want it to become habitual. I want it to become a habit of, okay, girl, it's time to do your maintenance day. It's time to, what do you need to do for yourself? Your nails are chipped. It's time to go take care of your nails. You need to go do your eyebrows. You need to go do this. So I want it to become a habit for myself. So to start it off as a goal, and for the timeline, I'm actually going to give myself until the end of September. So this is the entire goal that I have written down. Schedule 1 day a week, 1 to 2 hours for personal maintenance to feel good about my personal appearance and upkeep. I want to consistently prioritize this routine by September 2025. That is the goal. So that is basically in Q3. By the end of Q3, I want to be able to nail this maintenance routine. 1 day a week, a couple hours. That's what I'm starting with. So those are two of my goals. I have a couple more that I want to take some time to write down. But what do you guys think of this SMART method? Would you use it? And I really enjoy just sitting down and talking through my goals. And I think it's important to talk through your goals, even if you're just talking to yourself, because I do that a lot. Talk to myself about, what do I really want? Really being honest with myself on how I see my lifestyle. And I mean, again, these goals, you can go back, you can tweak them. It's not permanent. It's not engraved. You can change your mind, but it really is for where I am right now in life and what I want to do in the future, what I want to achieve, what I want, just these everyday routines, weekly routines, to become a habit so that it's not something that's so foreign to me. So those are two of my goals, and I hope you guys really enjoyed just sitting down and creating these goals. So if you used your iPad, I used just a regular notebook that I picked up from Costco. That's always a great deal. So I have my notebook that I used here, I also think it's great to have some type of monthly and weekly planner. My personal planner, this is an at a glance planner. I got it off of Amazon. I will link it below. I really like it because it is monthly, so it will give you monthly and it will also give you weekly, and there's plenty of room to even write down your weekly goals, all of that good stuff. And if you want to put Q1, beginning of Q1, end of Q1, the same thing with Q2, Q3, Q4, really up to you. But I love this agenda, and if you guys follow me on social media, you know that I'm huge and big on scheduling. I love my planners. I love them. So sitting down and creating goals for myself was just a given. It just took me a while to really just ask myself those important questions about what I wanted to achieve for myself this year. And of course, again, I have other goals, but just having the framework of using the SMART method, I think that you can apply it to different parts of your life. And I just like how, like, I don't feel that sitting down, I don't feel like the pressure. I hope that makes sense of sitting down and creating these goals. Like, I gotta, you know, that Nicki Minaj audio? Dun, 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 dun. Like, I don't feel like that. I don't feel like I'm being pulled and like I really have to change my lifestyle to create this goal. I feel like this is the goal and it's just going to be added to my lifestyle. It's going to be incorporated to my lifestyle instead of me having to change everything, an aspect about my life to try to achieve this goal, right? So I just want it to be an added bonus to improve upon what is already a good life. So that is this video of setting some goals for 2025 for myself personally, as an extension of me being a mom, a wife, a sister, a daughter, all of those things. And I encourage you to sit down. If you are not a goal person, maybe try it. Maybe try something new this year and set some goals for different avenues and aspects of your life. I'm going to finish writing down my 2025 goals, and thank you so much for watching this video. If you haven't already and you enjoyed this video, hit the subscribe button and like this video. Leave me some comments of some goals that you're setting for yourself this year and how is it going. I would love to know. I would love to chat with you in the comments, and I will talk to you soon. See you in the next video.